working here as a teacher used to means different feelings, different emotions. I must say that I am not creative enough like the students, though I have been in my school days, but not here, because didn't got time for that. And for making this file, though I have put a lot of effort, don't know whether it will be nice or not, but I would like to show you all this graphical presentation of various chapters and whatever it will be. I hope it will be a successful session, and all the success I would like to devote to Mr. Bhuvan, because he had been supporting us, he had been encouraging us, and I am really very thankful to him that today whenever I have any kind of problem, any kind of doubt regarding anything, I just used to ring him up. I used to call him any moment, and he used to help me at that time that how I have to manage things. So here I would like to show my, I don't know whether it's good or not. Then the various contents that I have used in this presentation file. 10 chapters I have taken, 5 are taken from SST, Social Studies, and 5 are taken from English. These are from various classes, and I would like to go for SST. From the very beginning of my life, as it had been a boring subject for me also. Likewise, the students used to say SST is a boring subject. Till 5th, I have enjoyed it a lot. But 6th onwards, it was a kind of boring subject for me because I didn't have any kind of interest in history. Though geography was quite interesting for me. It used to fascinate me. But as I got into 11th, our sir, Mr. C.P. Singh, he had been a wonderful teacher, wonderful guy, that he taught us in such a way that my interest in geography got more over that. A kind of attraction was there regarding geography. And in this file, I have taken various chapters from various classes. First of all, is there the means of travel and transport. In this means of travel and transport, I have written about its why means of travel and transport are important, how they can help us, how they are used in our day-to-day life, and moreover the types of transport that we have. Then its advantages, disadvantages. The next chapter, sending messages, which has become an important thing in our life. Though we all have been using mobiles and all that, and it had been a kind of, it had given a change, great change to our lives. That today we just think that without mobiles, life is just nothing. Everything, if we are having a mobile, we can do anything. And it happens that we can forget taking our lunch, putting our water bottles and all that, but we can never forget to take our mobiles. It had become a great part of our lives. And in this social studies, this sending messages, I have explained why is it important, communication, why is it important. Then there are various means of communication. There are individual means of communication, means of mass communication. So I have explained about that. And the next chapter is about the birth of the United Nations, which was started in UN. The short form is UN, which was started in 1945 after the Second World War. And this establishment of UN, it has brought a kind of change all over the world, because the day it was founded, we have not heard of any kind of war. Otherwise, there had been several wars which could have taken the shape of World War. But all this UN, it has been working so hard that it gave such a kind of means, it prevented those wars from taking the shape of World War. And in this I have told about how after Industrial Revolution the world was divided into two groups, rich countries, poor countries, how the rich countries exploited the poor countries, and then the results. The results were the two wars, First World War and then the Second World War. Even from the First World War, we didn't take any kind of, I must say, any kind of lesson that we got ourselves involved into Second World War. Although we have seen a lot of destruction in the First World War, but even then we involved ourselves into the Second World War. There would have been several reasons behind this, but it was there. And after this establishment of UN, it had been a kind of stoppage on wars. The wars stopped because it started solving all the problems before it could take a shape of world war. And in this I have written about the work of United Nations, its objectives, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which we came to know about. Now we are alert enough about our rights. Okay, but this was the UN which made these rights for the first time. That now we teach people, now we teach students, now we tell others about their rights. Then after this is how the United Nations works, how the UN works. And earlier when it was started, it was established, there were only 51 members in this. But now till date, it is having 192 countries as its member. It had been successful enough in achieving all its objectives, in maintaining peace, in maintaining discipline, in preventing wars and all that. And it used to work, how it works, this has been explained in this chapter. There used to be two groups, main groups and other groups. In the main groups there are three groups. The General Assembly, that is like a parliament, like we have in our own country. The second is Security Council, that works for the security purposes. And then is the Secretariat, who keeps a record of all the work of UN or General Assembly. Then there is other group. In this other group there are various such important organizations which have made a lot of progress, which have been a kind of institution which has done several things for our world, for all the countries of the world, not for only a particular country but for all the countries that have been facing any kind of problem. UN has helped all the countries in that, all the possible ways. And in this, these other groups, there is first of all there is WHO, World Health Organization, which used to advise all the governments of all the countries on health matters. If there is any kind of disease, it used to help to eradicate that also. It used to tell us about the cures, the precautions that we have to take. Then next is about the UNESCO. And it is working for the education. Education in the scientific field, in the cultural field. Both. And this has been working for removing illiteracy from the world. Then next is about UNICEF. It is also known as UN's Children Fund, which has been totally working for children as well as mother, because a mother is related to a child. If mother will be educated enough, if mother will be knowing about everything, diseases and all that precautions, definitely she will take a better care of her child. So UNICEF had been working for children as well as mother. And in our country, if I say Anganwadi program, that has been carried with the help of UNICEF. And this UNICEF, it not only works for children but disabled people, old people. The cards you might have seen, UNICEF cards that the children used to prepare for various occasions, for New Year's. Those cards used to be simple enough. They are not attractive like the other cards that are available in the markets. They are simple enough. But whenever we see that card, there used to be a kind of feeling in our hearts that yes, someone has done. The children have done this thing and they have made this card. And purchasing that card, whatever money you are giving for that card, that directly goes to UNICEF. And from that fund only, these things used to be carried. After that, there are the major achievements of the UN that I have been already discussing here. It has been successful enough in maintaining peace all over the world. It has stopped wars from developing into world wars. Likewise, the wars in Korea, Afghanistan, Iran and Iraq. And preventing use of atomic and other dangerous weapons. Otherwise, any country could have used. But this has kept a check on them. Then is fight against ignorance and poverty as well as diseases. This is all how the United Nations works for the overall development of every country. Then next is about India, our motherland. In this, it had been I have explained the various geographical divisions, its extent, and about the influence, what influence we had of relief features in our country, and geographic unity, how being diverse enough, though we have a lot of diversity in our country, either it's based on culture, but though we are united, we are known as one country. Whenever we go out of the country, we are not known by our names. We are known by the country we belong to. And there we used to tell our names. After our names, we used to say from India. Proud in our hearts. That yes, saying I'm from India, it used to bring a kind of proud. That we people feel ourselves proud enough that we are born in such a country which is diverse, but till being due to these diversities even, it is united, it is known as one. In this I have told about the latitudinal extent of our country, longitudinal